the Southern New Hampshire University Week in Review, where we recap the past week's events in Penmen athletics. Women's basketball remained unbeaten on the season with victories over Assumption College and Bentley University. Southern New Hampshire opened the week with a 67-57 triumph against the Greyhounds in the Fieldhouse last Wednesday. Kylie Lorenzen paced the Penmen with 15 points, while Brianna Camara and Kat Stinson each added 11. Southern New Hampshire found itself down by 8 points early in the third quarter before it roared back to tie the score and took the lead late in the fourth thanks in large part to 7 points from Erin Doherty. The Penmen capped the week by moving to 8-0 with a 72-67 win on the road at the 22nd ranked Falcons. Doherty led the way for Southern New Hampshire with 15 points and 5 rebounds, while Lorenzen poured in 13 points, hauled in 8 rebounds, notched 4 steals, and handed out 2 assists. For her efforts, Lorenzen was named the Northeast 10 Conference Women's Basketball Rookie of the Week for the third straight week on Monday. Women's basketball returns to the hardwood on Wednesday when it plays host to Merrimack College on Ugly Sweater Night in the Fieldhouse at 5:30 p.m. On to the men's side now, where the Penmen split its 2 games last week. Southern New Hampshire began with a 91-56 thrashing of Assumption before being tripped up at Bentley by a final score of 93-77. Rodney Sanders and Chris Walters each scored 20 points, and 6 different Penmen reached double figures against the Greyhounds. Sanders was 7 of 9 from the floor and a perfect 3 of 3 from deep, while Walters pulled in a career-high 12 rebounds and punched away 2 shots while grabbing a pair of steals in the win. On Saturday, the Falcons burst out to a 24-5 lead in the first half, and the Penmen were never able to overcome the deficit. Sanders carried the offense at Bentley with a career and game-high 33 points, and Day-Day Andrews chipped in with 12 points, but it was not enough to overcome a 63% shooting day by the hosts. Men's basketball aims to get back on track Wednesday when it welcomes Merrimack to the Fieldhouse for a 7:30 tip. We shift now from the hardwood to the ice as the Southern New Hampshire ice hockey team went 1-1 in its 2 games last week. In a pair of road contests, the Penmen fell to Suffolk University on Wednesday by a score of 5-2 before handling Assumption on Saturday 6-3. Jim Gabrione netted the first Penmen goal against the Rams and assisted on Kyle Valliere's marker, but a pair of second-period tallies propelled Suffolk past Southern New Hampshire. After making 28 stops against the Rams, Ryan Slatke stood on his head Saturday and recorded a career-high 52 saves to backstop the Penmen to the 6-3 win. Southern New Hampshire received goals from 6 different student-athletes, and Paul Perozzo and Valliere each scored and had a helper to help the ice hockey team move to 3-1-1 in the conference. The Penmen returned to action on Tuesday when they traveled to Nichols College for a non-conference tilt at 8:10. That's it for this week's Southern New Hampshire University Week in Review. Check back next week for a full recap of this week's events in Penmen athletics.